Hello, my name is Trisha R. I'm a rising sophomore at Doherty Valley High School, and the project I chose was the sunscreen reminder hat with UV and visible light detection. My second milestone is soldering my sensor, buzzer, and battery connector to the main board. I was also able to upload and tweak the code for all of them to work together. So this is my hardware setup. I have my main board, which is connected to power via micro USB, which will now be swapped out for this 9-volt battery. I also have my piezo buzzer and my UV sensor both connected to the main board via soldering. As you can see, all of these pieces are actually connected via soldering, which basically means that melted metal has fused them together with the main board. This allows for permanent conductivity. So here's my software setup. This code allows for the main board, UV sensor, and buzzer to all work together. As you can see here, if the UV index is greater than the UV threshold, then we know we're outside. After that, we can start our 10,000 millisecond countdown, which is equivalent to 10 seconds. So right now, if you look at my serial monitor, you can see that the countdown is very long because we're in a dark environment right now. But to stimulate direct sunlight, I'm going to turn my flashlight on. There should be an initial chime, and then after that, the 10-second countdown should start, sensing that we're outside in direct sunlight. My flashlight's on. There's our initial chime. And here's our 10-second countdown. This works because the sensor knows that we're outside now, so it starts the regular countdown instead of the countdown that was happening when we were in a darker environment. Some obstacles I ran into were this was my first time soldering, so I was initially very confused on how to do it. I also had some issues with my sensor in showing its output to the serial monitor. I overcame these by trial and error. Every step of the way, I tried to figure out what was wrong and how I could fix it. My next steps are to assemble my final hat using thread to sew in my pieces. I also need to do some final tweaking in my code to adjust the time intervals for the buzzer. After, I can do some modifications.